Hi folks, I hope you're okay today. That was Robbie Williams, Let Me Entertain You. And the reason why I put the song on is just to remind atheists out there and YouTubers generally, is to ask a question and to remind us about something that's really important. And the question is, do you want to be entertained? It seems to me that, you know, you look at Go Green 18, you look at Zena Jones, you look at Pat Condell, you look at all these YouTube atheists out there who are making all these videos, that there's like a subculture developed, and all these young, I presume they're young atheists, or that's just a presumption, but I mean all these sort of atheists that are running around watching these people, it seems to me that they're not interested in truth. They're not interested in asking the big philosophical and theological questions. It seems to be that they're more interested in entertainment, in titillation, as it were. And so there's an whole industry that's arisen where you have people like some minor ones like Essence of Thought, some that are getting quite well known like Live Life, and then the famous ones like Thunderfoot, etc. And they swoop down on Christians on the YouTube who've made videos, and then they mock them and take the mick out of them, and then this feeds everybody this subculture that's developed on YouTube of these sort of atheists who just lap it up, and it's like an entertainment to them. It's kind of like in the old days of the Roman Empire when the gladiators came out and slaughtered the Christians and everybody was clapping. But it's a bit more, it's not as crude today, but there is this kind of just bring out some sort of do a video on a Christian apologist or a Christian who's made a YouTube video, mock them, take the mick out of them, and everybody comes and applauds, and it's kind of like an entertainment. But the problem is with this culture that's sprung up in the atheist community is it's spoiling proper discussion, proper debate. It's polarising people to the point where it's making enemies of citizens when we should be united. You know, I've got no problem with an atheist. You know, if they're in the army, if they're in the health service, whatever they are, I've got no problem with atheists. You know, we should get on. We should work together in society, etc. But this subculture that's developed on YouTube, it's kind of more. It's not representative of atheists generally, but it seems to be much more aggressive, much more narrow-minded, bigoted, much more extreme anti-Christian, and because of this polarization, it's difficult to communicate your beliefs and engage in proper debate and discussion, and even if you try to be friendly to these kind of people, they immediately try to politicize your engagement with them. They will twist, if you talk to them, if you go on their show, if you get involved with them, they soon twist and politicize your engagement with them for their own propaganda purposes. So I'm just saying that if you're a much more intelligent atheist and much more educated in the best sense of the word, where you realise there is this fanaticism around, you realise there is this entertainment culture that's risen up within the atheist on YouTube, with these atheist defenders of atheism. If you realise that, and you want you're open-minded, and you want real discussion and you want real debate, then this is the place to come, because I promise you I'll do my best. I'm representing a Christian school of apologetics, a particular school. I model myself on Francis Schaeffer, so a lot of what I'm trying to do on this channel and say comes from Francis Schaeffer, and I'm trying to think through him and his ideas and bring them up into the modern day thinking. So that's where I'm at. So, you know, if you Google Francis Schaeffer and you go onto L'Abri Fellowship website, you'll find lectures by Francis Schaeffer. And if you want to understand where I'm coming from, my thinking, that's where all my thinking comes from. I made a video about evolution recently on a knockdown argument against evolution, and basically it was just a modernization of what a Christian apologist Francis Schaeffer would use in the 1960s and 70s, and I just modernized it for today. So what I'm saying is I'm representing a particular school of apologetics on this channel. I'm representing Francis Schaeffer's method of apologetics, and you know, I want to convert you to Christianity, and I want to do my best to do that. And if you're open to that, then this is the place to come. And I'm just highlighting that to help you to be aware of this entertainment situation that's going on in YouTube culture, and to ask you to block that out of your mind when you come on this channel, to say, no, I'm not going to get into this entertainment culture, because if it's all about just pawning some Christian apologist, then what's that going to achieve? If this person's got something to say, I want to listen, and if they want to listen to me, great. And I want to listen to you. You know, if you're an atheist and you've been reading a book, a philosophy book or a science book, just tell me, say, Jay, you know, I've been reading this scientist's book. Why don't you agree with this? And tell me, and I'll go and read it. I'll go and read it, and I'll come back to you, and we'll have some awesome discussions, I promise you. And if you're right on some things, I'll accept it. If you're reading a philosophy book or a novel or a play or whatever, or an article, and you say, Jay, this has blown my mind, it's brilliant, I think it's fantastic, I think atheism is the best thing since sliced bread, what do you think? I'll read it, and I'll study it, and I'll make notes, and I'll get back to you. So what I'm saying is, you'll have proper in-depth discussion with me. You can Skype me, you can email me in the future, and we can go really deep into things. That's if you want. But if you want to get into this, if you want to live on that superficial level where you just enjoy Christian apologists being pawned or whatever, and you're into that subculture of atheist entertainment, intellectual entertainment, what I would call it, then we're not going to get anywhere. It's not going to achieve anything, and you're not going to hear what I've got to say if you're open-minded. And we're not going to communicate, because communicating is about me listening to you and you listening to me. So if you want the communication and the discussion, you know, I'll learn from you and you can learn from me. We might not agree at the end of it, but we can still be friends. Alright? But if you want to get into all this culture that's around at the moment, with its entertainment and the aggressiveness and the sort of personal attacks that's going on YouTube, then we're not going to achieve anything. So this is the place to be if you want proper discussion with me. You can get that, you'll get it, because like I said, I'm representing a particular school of apologetics. Alright, so thank you for listening, and take care now. God bless.